Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Pair of panties. The Beezer.
Maybe you got off on the wrong foot because what were you doing in the produce section?
I was trying fruit on.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 9th day of April, 2024. I don't know why I started the show like that. My apologies. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on Tuesday, tired day. That's okay. That's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get her started. The eclipse is behind us. Vegas is in front of the Power Trip Morning Show. Hope you're going with us. If not, we're going to entertain you the best we can. Tomorrow's a big day on the Power Trip Morning. Today's a big day on the Power Trip Morning Show. Marnsey, Bonesy, Rosie, and a cast of thousands. Plus, another Mark Rosen movie moment. Ooh. Here's Pete Holmes. Some comedy. It's Tuesday. It's going to be a nice, warm day out there. So come on in. I am glad you are here. Truly.
I had an energy drink. I don't know if you've seen this. You know how they have 5-hour energy? They got a new one now called 6-hour power. Right next to it. Just like, screw you, 5-hour energy. We need 6 hours. 60 more minutes of alertness. That last hour, when you're tired, you're going to get violated by a Yeti. You need 6 hours of power to ward off his woodland advances. I was going to try it. I'm being honest with you. I was going to try it. I reached for it, hand trembling, until I saw on the package it said 2.5 times stronger than Red Bull. Who was drinking Red Bull? Like, yeah, pretty strong. But they could kick this up to, nay, 2.5 more times. Because I don't have paranoia and diarrhea immediately. I'm looking for first sip, soil myself. That's the kind of performance I'm looking for in an energy drink.
Thank you, Sioux Falls.
Finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Tuesday, April 9th. The totality is over. Zach is back from the totality. Max is here. There's Chris. There's Sauce. I'm Corey. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. John Bonus, one more time before he goes to Japan for something like 3 weeks. He is going to be here. That's
You
pretty
know what
cool.
I hate? When I propose a comedy bit to Sauce and he just turns it down willy-nilly.
You didn't like the bit? What's the bit?
I can't tell you what the bit is.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because we might do it. You know, later.
Who's going to do it?
That's what I'm saying.
On your last day?
On Earth? Oh, my God. Speaking of last days on Earth, did Zach make it back?
He's right there.
Hey!
Was it worth every penny flying to Indianapolis to see the totality?
Times 1,000.
Times 1,000.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
We were asking.
Everybody should experience.
We were
that.
asking what you were going to do when you got there. Did you just pop your head out of the airport? Did you Uber? Where'd you go?
I rented a car.
What?
Well, it was cheaper to rent a car than to Uber to where I wanted to go and back.
Yeah,
Plus,
I can buy that.
Ubering to a place like when I was the Speedway, in terms of drop off and pick up, that seemed like a nightmare. So, and like I said, it was cheaper just to get my car and take off. So, which also was nice because after the event ended at 3-4 o'clock, and my flight didn't take off till 8:45. So I had some time to kill, so I drove down to downtown Indianapolis, saw all the great sights and sounds down there.
That sounded sarcastic.
Yeah, that didn't sound serious.
Listen, sweetheart.
Wow.
Don't you be ripping on capital of my fine state. Did you see the statues downtown?
Yeah, there's some nice statues.
Now you're
Oh, no.
Was that it's beef, it's what's for dinner? Was that what
It sounded like it, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was the start of the break.
I will say Lucas Oil.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Man. Those people aren't going to miss anything.
Lucas Oil Stadium. Seeing that for the first time in person. That place it looks cool.
It's cool. I like that stadium, brother.
Yeah, I didn't get to see inside, obviously, but from the outside, I mean that looks like a good football stadium. I like that.
So you're going, though, through Indianapolis for the Indy 500 during your charge challenge punishment, right?
Thank the Lord.
This doesn't change anything?
It makes me, I didn't think I could be more excited. I am still, I found a way to get more excited about that. That place is unbelievable. That track.
Kiss the bricks.
Oh, yeah. And then have the opportunity.
Did you lick anything?
What's that?
Did you lick anything?
No, there was no licking. No, I was very sober. I didn't need to.
You didn't want to be high for the totality.
I didn't need to. And I'm really glad I wasn't. Will
you be high at the next one?
I mean, I guess Spain 2026.
Would you go to a different country for it?
I don't know.
Go to Alaska.
It depends on my financial situation, but
keep winning at blackjack.
But there are eclipse hunters that go.
Whoa, dude!
You don't got to talk about them like that.
Yeah,
and they go all over the place.
We talked about one yesterday. The guy that had gone to. How many was it, Chris? Like 12, and he missed all 12.
Yeah.
Really?
Cloudy conditions at all 12.
He went to like all these countries. He's like, I'm going to see it. Here we go. We're going to get this done. And every time it rained or something.
Those poor bastards up in Niagara.
Did they miss it?
Whoa. Zach.
100.
You know what? After all they've been through.
1 hour. 1 hour and like 10 minutes was the flight. So
that's sweet.
It was a very quick flight. They got a cute little airport down there. It's awesome. And
it isn't that small.
Come on. Why are you ripping Hockey State?
What are you doing? It's international.
Whoa.
It's international.
It is.
No, they rolled out the red carpet. We landed. There was like a balloon, like arch thing that we walked through, and they were handing out like space stuff. It was they put on a hell of a show down there, and yeah.
I think it was CNN said something like 50,000 people at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I mean it was packed, and
would you guys? I'm
vendors.
Would you sweet sluts mind if we went ahead and went to break since I blew it and hit the wrong button a moment ago? And I want everybody to get a recap of what he saw yesterday. And I want to play you Mike Grimm's breakdown. Did you guys hear Mike Grimm's
breakdown? Grimm had a breakdown.
Where was Mike Grimm?
Have a mental breakdown?
Mike Grimm was about 100 rows up from Zacho.
He got the beautiful people seat somehow.
You didn't know that?
Why was he there?
Same reason.
Really?
I didn't know he was there until I saw the picture. But yeah,
he's an eclipse hunter.
He had the box seats.
I'm sorry, he's what now?
He's a what?
You know what? Did he find it? Because I ain't been able to.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what he's saying?
I feel you, dog.
So Bonus should be kicking down the door here in a second, though. No Marnie today. She's going to be here tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, no Marnie today.
Well, son of a bitch.
I assume she's joining for the golf bet, but not 7 to 9. She'll be here tomorrow.
16 people.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Rosie will be here later.
Holy Jeebus.
Then the golf bet at 8. So I assume Kevin Gorg will be here.
Yeah. I miss.
Is he going to be here? Is he going to be?
Gorg will be in.
Wait, Rosie's
what?
So they didn't send the TV people. Okay.
To Colorado.
Yeah.
No,
that's right. It's ESPN, so they must have flown home, and then they're.
I think he'll be here. We need him here. He's the best part.
Who?
And Corey getting the last pick.
Who?
Gorgie.
Oh, Gorgon.
Yeah, see, that's the beauty of this week. I don't care if I get the last pick because we get to go to Vegas tomorrow and I can load up on all the tickets I want.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, this state could just pull its head out of its ass and let us bet right here.
Boy, you're sour this week. What's wrong?
Yeah, what happened?
What's happened, bro? Why are you so sad?
You want to kiss?
Not sour at all. I just didn't like the curb finale and I want to gamble in the state of Minnesota.
Oh, I have some comments on that.
It's a television show. I mean, it's just a television show.
Yeah.
It ain't the end of Christmas.
It's still the greatest comedy of all time. Doesn't take the glimmer off it
Answer
at all.
Max's question, please.
Do I what?
Do you need a hug?
Absolutely not.
Why
don't you like hugs?
Like a group hug, all of us.
During the
commercial break.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to to know that I have an erection.
Yeah, one of
how about that?
I'll take that.
Would that make you feel better?
I bet all of us would get an erection.
We got a break because I screwed up. I blew it.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this.
My fault.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Dell Technologies and Intel are pushing what technology can do. So great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to now.
The Power Hour begins at 8 a.m. at KFAN.com/watch. It is powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Johnny Bonus is here. Hi, John Bonus.
Hi, kids.
Johnny Bones!
How was Japan? You were there for the last 4 weeks.
No.
Okay.
No,
so
I'm on my way.
Next week?
Leave this morning.
You leave this morning?
Yeah. I'm supposed to leave at 11 a.m. Plane's already delayed.
Oh, how long is it delayed?
A few hours. Which is not a big deal because it's nonstop all the way to Tokyo.
It's nonstop.
Nonstop.
If this was, to L.A. and then we had to catch a plane,
Then you were screwed.
We were screwed.
How long is this flight?
I think like 13 and a half hours, something like that.
What are you going to listen to? What are you going to watch? What are you going to do?
I think I'll probably just kind of lean into whatever they've got on the screens there. I did download some stuff. I can't even remember what it was. It was like a
Probably
week
some
ago.
pornography. Wow.
Some smut. Yeah, some Emmanuel.
Oh, hell yeah.
And by the way, we went to break early before Zach got into his entire story because I blew it and hit the break early. That's on me. Everybody send your hate mail to Corey Cove at KFAN.com.
Oh, Corey.
I'm jealous of Zach. That was a great idea, Zach. Go to Indianapolis to catch that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
good job, Zach. You saw the freaking eclipse.
You saw the eclipse. Can I play you Mike Grimm's breakdown so you can get an idea of how he felt about it? It was pretty impressive. You could hear it in his voice that he essed himself a little bit.
When it went to totality, you could just look around. You could look right at it, and it was one of the most amazing things, and I'm not using this as a hyperbole, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Like, breathtaking is not even the right word for it. It was better than breathtaking, and it lasted about 3.5 or 4 minutes. People were crying. People were overcome by emotion here from all over the world that came into Indianapolis. It was amazing. It topped any expectation I had. It got quiet. The wind picked up. It just tells you, what a big universe we have, and we're just a small piece of it. You get philosophical, quite frankly, when you see it the way that I was able and fortunate enough to see it today. And I'm not exaggerating there. I did not get, overly emotional. I was more awestruck. I was just in total awe. But there were people around us here that were crying and hugging. It just kind of creates emotions that you wouldn't think maybe would be triggered in something like this, to see what Mother Nature can provide.
That was Mike Grimm, who went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as did Zach Halverson.
Did you burst into tears, Zach?
I was close. It was weird because I had a little bit of both. I had the
erection.
Yes, that too. No, I had the emotion of like, am I gonna tear up? Like, am I gonna? Because I felt that a little bit, but I also could not stop saying, "Wow." I mean, I'm still. When in 2017 the rain came and we couldn't actually see the eclipse part. I got to see the darkness part.
Sure.
But I didn't get to see the actual great. I didn't get to see the actual eclipse. And wow. That was just one of the most incredible things, if not the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I don't know how to describe it. There's no picture or video that will ever do what we got to see justice. It's this beautiful whitish glow around the moon, and I don't even want to say it's white. It's like this white silver. I don't even know how there's an actual color to truly describe it. It was unbelievable. The fact that it just gets slowly dimmer and dimmer and dimmer as you get closer and closer, and you can feel the weather change. It actually would be nice, by the way, if we, like on some of those hot summer days, if you could just get the moon like about halfway in front of the sun, because it was perfect for a while. I mean, it was really, really cool. And like Grim said, there was people crying. There was a lot of emotion out there, and I felt so fortunate. It's weird because you go to a rock show or just any concert really, and the build up and that, they go out on stage, but that's all humans making that call.
Yeah.
You went to a show yesterday and you knew that there was no humans, that this was happening beyond our control. And that was really the most unique aspect of it for me, was just like, this is happening. And this is a phenomenon that we are not in control of. And as Grim said, it's a good a reminder of how truly insignificant we are in the grand scheme of things. But
if you want to be wrong, that's fine.
Did you feel anything did you feel overwhelming joy? Did you feel stabby? Like, did it make you feel crazy at all? Did it make you want to pull your hair out? Did it make you want to masturbate?
No, I thought, well, I mean, everything makes me want to masturbate.
All right. Okay.
But
this is why he doesn't take care of my dog or house anymore.
Yeah, I know everything does. Oh, the cartoons are on. Yep.
No, that's you.
A slight breeze. No, I think actually Grim put it really well. There was emotions that I didn't know. I don't even know how to describe that I felt, and it just you look up and it's just I can't tell you. I mean, it lives up. It not only lives up, it exceeds the hype. I know there's a lot. If you haven't seen it, I totally get it. You think this is, a bunch of hooey, but anybody who's actually seen it, I think there's not one person that's like, oh man, that wasn't that great. I mean, it's unbelievable. So there's a 360-degree sunset around you. The entire horizon around you is orange. It's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Corey, do you find that to be hooey?
I'm having a hard time quantifying the amount of hooey, though. I can't tell if it's a bunch,
Right.
if it's a
That's
little
the problem,
bit, if it's
isn't
like
it? Yeah.
just a dab of hooey.
Yeah.
It's some. How many? You mentioned a rock concert and how you sometimes get emotions and things and whatever. How much like a rock concert? How many people spent those 3 or 4 minutes of the totality filming it instead of watching it with their own eyes and just experience it? What percentage of people were just like, look at this, I'm live streaming?
There were a lot less than you'd think.
Oh, really? Because I would guess it would be a bunch of hooey.
I'm telling you,
full of hooey.
You look
mostly
up,
hooey.
and I spent maybe 30 seconds of the first 30 seconds just getting the pictures and video that I need, and I maybe would have gone longer myself, but I think myself and a lot of pretty much everybody else was like, well, one, screw the phone because there's no, like I said, it's not going to do justice. And two, this is the ultimate live in the moment opportunity to be able to look directly at the moon and the sun in perfect alignment and see that sight. There's no camera that's going to be able to do that justice. So I would say, looking around, because I did make note of that, it was like, I wonder how many, and most people were just staring up in awe.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, good for you.
A lot of people there, man. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a good traffic jam on the way in.
I told you, man, that there's getting into that racetrack, you could miss the entire Indy 500 trying to get there. You really could.
A sixth, I think, of the normal crowd of 300,000 to 400,000 that show up.
Yeah.
So
you will be overwhelmed by that, dude. I've been to all the races like we talked about. I haven't been to Talladega, but there's nothing like Indianapolis. There's just nothing like it. It's an incredible amount of people.
It's the Lambeau effect too, where you've got like houses across the street, like it's in a neighborhood.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Is the Indy in 4th of July?
A Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Would it have mattered if you just went into downtown Indianapolis and got on top of a parking garage and watched it there instead? Like, was it a significantly different experience because you were surrounded by so many people that were kind of experiencing the same thing?
Would there have been less hooey?
I thought about that because I killed kind of two birds with one stone here and since
killed
that.
two boards?
Is it because they were confused and you saw an opportunity to kill them?
Yes. I remember that in St. Joseph, the birds going crazy. That was a wild thing. But yeah,
advantage humans.
You could have watched it anywhere, but I didn't know, and I didn't think about this ahead of time. But yeah, seeing it with tens of thousands of other people was also really, really cool. And the music that they were playing and everything, it was well worth the hassle driving in. But and then also getting to park inside because they brought us under the track and into the infield. That's where we parked. So just being able to drive on part of the road course track, that was awesome. I keep doing that. Dang,
do you remember the scene in
excited.
Independence Day when they're all super pumped to see the spaceship? So they all go to the top of that building in Los Angeles and they're like, yay, this is great. And they're all together and they're having the greatest time ever. And then the ship starts opening up and the light starts going over the crowd.
Well.
And they're like, what? This is cool. We're experiencing this together. And then they all get obliterated.
Then it's over. Yeah.
And they all get zapped.
They
and
put on
dead.
Converse and detesticled themselves.
Yep, but they were all together.
Yep, that's right.
Lester Holt was there. They did the entire nightly news from the track yesterday.
You saw Weather Guy?
Yeah, that dude's
Jim
pumped up, man. He's got some muscle on him.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him.
It looks like Jay Glazer.
I mean, he fights hurricanes for a living, man.
Oh.
I mean, the hurricanes try to blow him down. And
Hurricane Carter?
which he was talking about yesterday. He's like, this could be a busy summer on that end, but hopefully not.
Oh, no. Is that what he told you?
Yeah.
Did you have a one-on-one with him?
Briefly.
No kidding.
So,
dude, that's kind of cool.
You're a huge fan of that dude.
Yeah, no, I was.
Were you more in awe of the totality or the Cantori?
The totality.
When you look at his body, you
close?
think you like it in totality?
Yeah.
'Cause it looks pretty like a brick S house.
Like I said, he's got
to whisper your room number to him.
He gets blown all over the place down in the during his hurricane coverage.
Did you tell him that your nickname was Hurricane Zach?
Yeah.
Did you tell him you ain't seen nothing yet?
Did you tell him to grab his rubbers?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Anybody else got any?
Boots, right?
Sauce, you do one.
Did you tell him the winds are blowing?
Welcome back.
Yeah, you're here. Well, that's real cool, man. Well worth the money. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Yeah, you were so happy. I was happy, man.
It's your bit.
It sounds
it's your
trite, but
thing.
it's true.
You like it. I mean, I think it's dumb, but who cares? You think that, people think things I do.
I don't think
dumb.
if you saw it, you wouldn't think it's
But
dumb.
I have no but I don't have any interest in it. You do.
Right.
That's cool.
And that's
Do your
the
thing,
unfortunate
man.
thing. I wish it was like you could just go out and see it wherever you were. Because I know that there aren't many. But if you got it, if you knew what you were going into, I was hesitant to say because I was going to say, oh, you wouldn't want to go through the trouble. You would want to go through the trouble if you saw what it was actually, if you experienced that.
Hey, Corey, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you two dumb questions. Number one, if it had been clear here, would we have seen any remnant of it here, like a
darkening of some kind?
like even a
Zach, do you know?
I think we could have seen a partial, like a little sliver.
I thought we had like 60 or 70%.
Okay, cool.
Coverage of the sun. I mean, not so much that it didn't. I think the sun is bright enough that as much as we got, it didn't even dim that much here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because
right?
it was
but if
raining
you'd
like
have,
crazy.
you'd have had those glasses and looked at the sun, you would have definitely seen, a circle partially covering a circle.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, do you think, well, I would say that the answer is yes, but I wonder how many people in the path of the eclipse yesterday walked outside and went, what in the hell is going on? Like
people that don't read the news.
Don't read the news.
Well, it's definitely
like
not zero.
Heads,
of course,
zero.
like they have no access, whatever.
Yeah.
Like walked outside and went, what is going on? Because it had to have happened, right?
Well, I mean, from a sports standpoint, Dan Orlovsky, who's on NFL Live, ESPN, he didn't know about it till last night. He admitted that on NFL Live yesterday.
How is that possible? He's on social media constantly. How is that possible?
Did he have a notebook full of notes?
Right. They all said that. Well played.
Thank you.
They all said that. They're like, how did you know that? And he said, the only reason I found out is my kids had a project or something about it that I helped them on Sunday night. How did you not know that? I knew about it, and I was in a different country.
Same planet?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was also interesting watching the planes during that time landing, and then you could see the lights on the planes turn on.
Yeah.
And you could see the lights and and obviously the cabin lights were off, but I was wondering what is it like up there in those with those window seats? Like everybody's just probably crowding. But then you can't because you're landing.
Right.
So yeah, those window seats are the luckiest people on that plane, but multiple planes.
Pretty cool.
Why don't we just wait 9 years and the Power Trip Morning Show will fly to Alaska. We'll put together an eclipse trip sponsored by blank.
Spain in 26.
Or Spain in 26. Let's go to Spain.
I'll go to Spain with you.
I'll go to Spain. I mean, I'm not going to go out and see the eclipse, but I'll go.
Never been to Spain.
I would like another shot at Spain.
Yeah, let's go to Spain in 26.
COVID.
When in 26? What month? Do you know?
No idea.
Let's look it up.
Let's go. I'll call Michael right now. We'll get defined destinations on the books. We'll do it. I'm counting chickens. I shouldn't though. I may
August
not be alive then.
12th.
Oh, what did you say? August 12th?
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, no. Hawk and I have the Hall of Fame game to watch. Hawk and I can't go.
You know what? I bet we can watch it during the eclipse.
That's
because what's more magnificent than is an eclipse is the Hall of Fame game.
I mean, that might end the world if we watch them both at the same time.
I don't think the world can handle it.
Front Page Sports is next.
More with John Bonus after this on the Fan.
Welcome back from the eclipse, Zach. Welcome back from the eclipse. Back from the eclipse.
What's this?
This is my new single. It's called Touch Two Testicles and Make a Wish.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
Is there any parentheses in that?
No.
Who co-wrote it with you?
Larry Reynolds and former President Barack Obama.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a writing session.
Okay.
Were you high?
I could tell by the title that it was his work.
You knew it, right? Yeah, sounds like something from his book, doesn't it?
Yeah, Barry loves mentioning testicles.
He does.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan. Good morning, everybody. Somebody's alarm's going off. It might be time for you to wake up.
What was that?
That was his alarm, wasn't it?
That was a Apple Watch lost phone chime.
Thanks, Steve Jobs.
We got an update on our Apple watches. As of I got one last night anyway.
Oh, yeah?
I always love when that happens because I'm just 100% sure they're watching me take care of my business.
Yeah, you were taking care of your business.
Well, it's the morning.
Yeah.
I know Zach's ripped me for this in the past, but I'm thinking about going back to the old Fitbit. I don't like the Apple Watch.
Really?
The battery wears out after 6 minutes.
That is a problem.
Fitbit goes like 4 days.
You charge it at night.
I've tried it.
It's great for the entire day.
I've tried it multiple times. I just can't get into it.
I like the look of it better. There's a lot of other options. I hate the battery.
Yeah,
hate it.
The battery's a problem. I admit, I don't know why they can't change that, Zacho.
Yes.
How come Fitbits last 3 or 4 days and this one lasts about 12 hours?
Apple's got about 1,000 times the amount of features that the Fitbit has.
Drop some of your features and get the battery to last longer.
Just run a hit race.
That's the SE.
The who?
The Apple Watch SE.
Man,
pretty much like that.
I'm sorry?
But get the Ultra. Get the Ultra. It's a little more expensive. You're going to have to spend a little bit more money, but find it in your pocket, and then it'll that one lasts 2 days.
Take it for 1 second. What did you just say? Say
the
that
Apple
again.
Watch Ultra.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, but it's going to do it.
Is that the one that's the size of a grandfather clock?
Yeah. It's a little thick.
Okay, yeah,
There's nothing wrong with a little thick. Am I right,
I think
boys?
Perry has
about it.
I think Perry has one.
I wouldn't know.
My uncle
Perry
used
has
to,
one. Yeah, talk to Parrish.
My uncle used to carve grandfather clocks back in the day. Yeah, in Italy. Like
Really?
giant ones. Then he got into like marionettes and stuff. He was a super crafty
those
dude.
Oh,
grandfathers.
yeah?
Yeah. He
Hawk was also
almost
swallowed by
died
a
at
whale
sea.
once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Colorado?
Yeah.
No, I'd say she completed the act.
Careful.
Anyway,
She's not a quitter.
R.I.P. to my uncle
What time
Geppetto.
is it?
Oh,
It is 6:04.
It's time to get illin'.
It's time for front page sports.
Is that a song?
Yeah. Isn't that,
Yeah.
What time is it? It's time to get
isn't that a
illin'.
Beastie Boys song?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Well, all of you were chicken bleep, except for the people at Holiday, who are great, by the way. Buy two, get one free when it comes to Red Bull, 8.4 ounces. You can mix and match any flavors you want at Holiday. They buy two, get one free. You should do that at Holiday. A lot of you complained and said, I'm not doing core versus four. And then it was just free money.
Free money.
Just take the favorite and
Free
you win.
money.
3 of you did. You, Rosie, and Pat.
Yeah.
All took UConn. The 3 of you got it. You won $100 from me.
Yep.
And then you won $200 from Chris because they covered the 6.5 point
betting
spread.
on things I don't know
Covered the
anything about.
6.5. They dominated.
They won by 15.
Man, I think I saw last night during the game, their average point total of victory is 14.5, I think.
No. This year they won an average of 23.3 points a game. Last year was 20 points a game. So even more dominant this year than last year.
Right. I thought maybe in tournament games or something I saw. Doesn't matter. They won, 11 or 12 straight by double digits?
It's crazy.
12 straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Think about it.
Well, and Purdue tried to turn back the clock. What year of basketball, just like my Uncle Geppetto, what year of basketball were they watching? They only shot 7 threes and made 1.
No.
That's not how the game works anymore.
No.
They made 1 3 in 40 minutes.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Well, their whole offense was just Zach Edey, basically.
Right, and then they realized, we can't take it into the paint. Okay, we'll just shoot over him, and it worked. And as you, Max, I'm sure you watched it, with like 5 minutes left in the first half, he was just out of gas.
Yeah.
He plays every minute. He's just out of gas.
It was literally like when you have one person on 2K and you just keep spamming the ball with them, and then it's like you can't just keep doing it. And there was no team basketball. I mean, if these stats on Google are right, only one person on Purdue even had 1 assist. This guy had 8 assists. Nobody else had any assists. I don't know if that's right. That's what Google's saying. So just no team basketball being played whatsoever.
Hawk, your thoughts. I know you watched all of
Well,
it.
listen, again, I got to stop betting on things I know nothing about.
Or are you going to bet on golf today?
Okay, one more time, and that's it.
Thank you, Daft
And that's
Punk.
it.
Johnny Bones, the Dodgers beat the Twins 4-2. Twins had just 3 hits. They did have a 2-run home run in the third by Margot.
Yeah, it's over.
So that put him up. But a couple of 7th-inning solo home runs for the Dodgers, including Shohei Ohtani, who is batting .345 so far this year. He's hit 3 home runs. He went 3 of 5 yesterday. The Twins are now 0-3 at home. They're 3-5 overall. Dodgers up to 9-4. Meanwhile, Johnny Bones, the Cleveland Guardians 8-2. So we're only at April 9th, but the Twins already 4 games behind the Red Hot Guardians.
Yeah, we had a episode of Gleeman and the Geek where we kind of walked through the lineup and said, you know, the striking thing about the Twins lineup was how wide the range was in what you could expect from each player, right? That it could be, for instance, Royce Lewis, you know, he could be, in the 70 games he's played, he's been a Hall of Fame type talent, right? But on the other hand, he's had some injury problems. You know, which one would we get this year? Well, he made it 3 innings. I mean, it's gotten what you're seeing is on almost every case. It's beyond the worst case scenario. Max Kepler last year was terrible. You know, we were ready to cut him after the first half last year. Looked like he figured stuff out. You know, 950 OPS and such second half of the year. We're like, oh, feel like maybe he could settle in at a higher level this year. You know, he's even worse than the worst case scenario last year. And it's like that up and down the line of, you know, maybe 7 of the 9 guys that are regulars in the lineup right now. It can't be this bad. It can't be. But right now they're just absolutely not hitting up and down the line.
And
so
maybe one of you said this, but I was looking at golf things. They finished the game, 0 for 18? Buxton got to hit the 4th inning, and they never got to hit the rest of the way.
Yeah. I mean, this is the Dodgers. You know, this is the Dodgers that are a really good team.
A team that spends money in the offseason?
Well, you know, I mean, they spent...
a couple, almost $1.5 billion?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I bet you they're over the luxury threshold by $150 million or something like that. I mean, something crazy. They're probably over the luxury threshold by more than the Twins' payroll is. In fact, they might be being penalized for being over the threshold by more than the Twins' payroll is. I'd have to take a look. I'm just speculating, but the point is that yeah, they're a very good team. They've got a lot of talent. It was going to be a tough fight, and when you go into these series without any offense whatsoever, yeah, you've got to either pitch a perfect game. And the bullpen, for the first time this year, was a little bit leaked just enough to allow the Dodgers to take that game.
John, the Guardians, like I mentioned, are red hot. They're 8-2. They beat the White Sox 4-0. Guardians are 8-2. The White Sox now 1-9. They've played 10 games, John Bonus, the Chicago White Sox. They're 1-9. In those 10 games, how many runs have they scored?
Wow.
Good question.
Let's say
10 baseball games.
Good question.
Let's say 35.
35. That's a terrific guess. 16.
Oh, wow.
My God.
16.
Wow.
They are a joke.
Cross them off then.
Relegate
16.
them.
16 runs in 10 games.
Send them to AAA.
1-9. The 2 best records in baseball, the 9-2 Yankees and the 9-2 Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates got off to a hot start last year, too.
Didn't work out.
Did not work out. And, I mean, you can't say, well, the Pirates are absolutely going to come to earth and then say, yeah, the Twins are sunk. You know, the truth is that it's a week and a half of baseball. Anything can happen. So,
did you see the Padres-Cubs game, Johnny Bones?
I did not.
The Chicago Cubs scored 4 in the second. They scored 4 in the fourth and took an 8-0 lead and lost 9-8 to the San Diego Padres.
Wow.
Dear God.
That is a Cubs game.
And they blew an 8-0 lead to Sauce's San Diego Dads.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, my dads are all right. They're in the same boat as the Twins, though. They've had to give away all their high-end talent,
right,
because of the TV bit. But
right.
Yeah, they have Fernando Tatis and the Twins don't. So go Padres.
And he hit the go-ahead 2-run home run.
Wow.
He's sweet.
He's the man.
Yeah. He's the best player in MLB The Show.
Is he on your team?
Of course.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I put him back to his natural position at shortstop.
Smart move.
Right. He's pure swag.
Man.
That's why you're a several multi-time winning coach.
Thank you.
That's what it is, man. I mean, you are always thinking outside the box.
John Bones tonight. Dodgers again at Target Field. Louis Varland on the mound for the Twins. Something called Tyler Glasnow for the Los Angeles Dodgers of Anaheim.
Yeah.
Right.
Third best. He's the third best person that they signed this offseason, and he's still, easily would be the top on the Twin shopping list.
Would you rather watch Tyler Glasnow play or go to Glasgow, Scotland to watch the eclipse?
Oh, I think I'd probably choose Glasgow. And
Hasn't
the
he
eclipse.
been there?
Glasnow also looks exactly like Cillian Murphy.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I can see it.
It's like startling how similar they look.
I think it's very cool that they ended up watching the eclipse during baseball games yesterday. They're just showing a little clip from at Cincinnati, and I know Cleveland also had the. I'm not sure if it in the totality, but it was close enough that it counted.
But do you remember a month or so ago, they said they were going to move the start time of the game so people could experience the totality and then still get to the stadium.
That's awesome.
That is pretty good. We'll come back. We'll do what really matters. We'll do scores and stats around the world of sports. And then Chris will tell you something that actually matters. Again, no Marnie today, but Rosie should be here in a little over an hour. The golf bet at 8 o'clock. Last time with Johnny Bones for what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. See you
weeks
again in May.
Japan. Jeez. Power trip back after this on the Fan.
Man.
It's 6:19. Here we are. Johnny Bones about to get on a plane for 13 and a half hours. Whew. You ever been on a flight that long, Johnny Bones?
I think so. I don't know. It was close enough. Twice we've flown to Australia, and once we flew to New Zealand, once we flew to Australia. Both of those were pretty long flights. So I don't know if they've made quite that long, but
To have a couple of drinks
close.
and sleep it off, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean,
That's the plan.
the truth is probably that's not the plan. I don't like to drink on that long of a flight.
No, you got to drink a ton of water.
Right, yeah. No, I settle in and try to find the 3 Lord of the Rings back to back or something like that.
Not a bad choice.
No.
You're more of a get high on the plane guy, right?
Do some lean.
Hell yeah.
Take the walk to Poland.
Drink a cup of mud, brother.
Yeah.
Did you see the?
don't do lean.
I saw this on social media the other day, so I just Googled it to make sure it's true. According to the old Google, Elijah Wood made $250,000 for the Lord of the Rings franchise. And if I remember right, hang on a second here. I don't see it, but it was something like Liv Tyler got $2 million. Isn't that crazy?
Wow, that's crazy.
Like Frodo Baggins, who's the main character, main-ish character, $250,000. And Liv Tyler, because she was running hot there for a second. That was her window.
That's funny.
$2 million. And she didn't have that big of a role. Not really.
The making of that is, I wonder if we would have as many, huge series, TV series like we do now, well-funded TV series, if that would have never been made. People forget, at the time that was made, that wasn't made as 3 separate movies.
Right.
They did something which nobody had ever really done before, which said, we can't get this all done in one movie. It's going to have to be 3 movies. We're filming them all at the same time. We're filming, 12 hours of movies together at the same time. And we're going to pay, $150 million up front, which was a lot of money back then. And then we're going to release them slowly over like a 3 or 4 year period. And that was like that from a business standpoint, that was an enormous investment in something that could absolutely fall flat.
And it crushed.
And went exactly the opposite way. It did everything they were hoping it would do. And
Great
I think
movies.
what that did is it made everybody in Hollywood go, that's not such a big risk. Like, maybe it's not such a big risk. We don't have to do a sequel, do it one at a time. So it was I wonder if that paved the way for the Game of Thrones huge investments in long series that people are still feeling.
Just a couple of months away from House of the Dragon Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do What Really Matters. Scores and stats around the world of sports, and Chris will change your life with something else.
That's exactly right, Corey.
That's what really matters, right?
The Minnesota Wild are at the Colorado Avalanche tonight at 8:30. The Wild not yet mathematically out because they're 9 points down with 5 games to go.
Let's go, Red Hawks.
Win all 5. But look, if you played this season out an infinite number of times, they would make the postseason a couple of times. It's not over yet.
Nothing to say, Zacho?
He's not here.
He's not here.
He flew to Indy.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he left again. He's waiting for the next one.
He's on his way to Spain.
Never
He's
been to
walking.
Spain.
What really matters, though, is this.
It's a long, long walk, buddy. He's really not over there?
I don't know where he went.
I don't know.
Is he alive?
Is he behind you?
Yep.
Oh.
He's back there.
Hold on.
He's in the lab.
We have too many rooms.
So many. There's so many. I don't remember. Anyway, there's some line that came to mind when you said that. Anyway, who cares? Minnesotans are buying up one of the state's newest specialty license plates at a very fast clip. State officials say nearly 50,000 of the new blackout license plates have been bought since they were introduced on January 1st. It's real easy, too. All you do is when you go in there to the DMV, they say, hey, do you want those blackout plates? And they're like, and if you say yeah, they'll say, well, do you want them to be personalized? If you say no, they'll give them to you right there. You walk out with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I've noticed that. Like, they are everywhere.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the bit with that was.
What's a blackout plate?
They're black and white plates. They're just license plates, Minnesota license plate. They just started offering them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Driver and Vehicle Services Division expects about 160,000 sales this year, which would make it the most popular specialty plate in Minnesota history. Money from the purchase of blackout plates go back into a state fund dedicated to the operation of driver and vehicle services. So there you go.
I don't think I've seen one, which means I'm probably just scrolling on Instagram while I'm driving.
Yeah, you probably are.
It sounds like what you're doing.
Yeah, it sounds right. Yeah. Instagram, though. I'm not sure if it's Instagram. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
it's probably some hateful website.
What?
Like Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Or Rube Chat.
Oh, remember that.
Well, DMV also said once you go black, you don't go back.
That's what they said. You're not allowed to
be careful about your decision.
You're not allowed to go back once you do it. Yeah, right.
They're
a little bigger
than
the others as well.
The Timberwolves host Washington tonight at 7 o'clock, and on DraftKings, the Wolves are 16.5-point favorites. Over under is 224.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah, the Wizards they're the worst team in the
and
NBA.
they've quit.
Yeah, they've absolutely quit. And this should be an easy win for the Wolves, who are, still vying for that number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Read yesterday that Karl Anthony Towns supposedly scrimmaged over the weekend, so they're hopeful he could come back before the end of the season, which would be just freaking awesome if we got him back right before the playoffs. But yeah, should be an easy dub tonight.
What really matters, though, is this.
In 1915, the act of tipping someone was so unpopular that 6 states made it illegal to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
In Japan, you do not tip.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I mean, you do not tip because it's insulting tip. Like, it feels like they feel like
they'll chase you down. Like we thought thought we'd do it anyways, and the lady literally chased us out of the restaurant, and gave the money back. Most places I've been to outside of the country, tipping is not a really big thing. Funny enough, they figured, hey, why don't we pay our waiters and waitresses livable wages?
Yeah, in Europe, the 2 places we were, Amsterdam and Paris, tipping isn't a thing either.
Yeah, we tipped a little bit in Europe, like Stockholm and such. We were there, but apparently in Japan, it's all kind of an insulting thing. It's like you're like,
why is that?
You need some money. I feel like that sort of thing.
Well, they are a very prideful country as well. Even homeless people won't accept money out there.
Really?
No, my friend wandered off one night. The first night we were there, he was drunk. He didn't have his shoes, and so I had to go find him. And I found him drunkenly. Yeah, he's just drunkenly talking to a Japanese lady, and he's like, "Hey, tell her she reminds me of my grandma. I want to give her this money." And the Japanese lady told me in Japanese, not only do I not want this money, but also some of this money is American money. What the hell am I even supposed to do with this?
Help me, I'm poor.
You went to Japan with Mus?
Yeah, so it's not a thing out there at all.
You know, it's all starting to make sense. Every time I've gone to dinner with Rosie, whenever the bill shows up, he goes, "Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto."
Brilliant. See, that's really clever.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, man.
It's good to have you back.
Is it?
Is it my turn? Denver at Utah. So as the Wolves are 16.5-point favorites, and it's, to Max's point, pretty easy dub, right? Pretty easy win for the Wolves tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing for Denver.
Absolutely jinxing it.
Denver at Utah. Even on the road, Denver is a 15-point favorite on DraftKings. So just two absolute cakewalks tonight. Denver and Minnesota tied with 4 games to go. And the Denver schedule is crazy easy, except for the Wolves. They play each other.
Yeah.
The Wolves do have the tiebreaker over both OKC and Denver as of right now. So,
what really matters, though, is this.
There's a legend that the rising sun shines through the 2-mile-long Victorian Railway Tunnel in England exactly on the designer's birthday, April 9th, which is today. Wouldn't that be something if he did that?
That's awfully nice of the sun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big day, man. Big day, April 9th.
That's neat.
Hey, Zaxo.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice that the buzz from the bees stopped yesterday?
No, I did not.
During a total eclipse, bees will temporarily stop buzzing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. And then somebody harshes their buzz, I guess.
Oh, well, take another hit.
So you could feel the temperature drop.
Yes, absolutely. I was.
What was it 10, 15 degrees cooler? How much?
I had my sleeves rolled up earlier in the afternoon because it was
working
in the 70s and the sun was hot. And then I ended up having to lower my sleeves down because it got that much colder. So
it's not much different than stepping into the shade from the sun.
Yeah, I mean, which is why I was saying, if you could have that, on a hot summer day where, you could get a little bit of shade and not have to be in the shade, it would have been perfect.
Or just go inside. It's colder in there. But there's air conditioning. There's
ladies.
Yeah, there's ladies.
Are there?
Naps.
Sometimes.
Talk about it.
Pop music.
Great bit.
UConn back-to-back national championships. First repeat champ since Florida in 06 and 07.
Free money. Nobody bid.
No, everybody was scared.
Yep.
They could have all had $100 for me. Could have been a really bad year for me if we had the normal 8 to 10 people. Because my guess is almost everybody, if not everybody, would have had UConn.
You have to take UConn.
You pretty much had to. And I think because everybody else thought the field was wide open, and it was behind them, and maybe a couple of the other 1 seeds, including Purdue, everybody chickened out, and you 3 didn't, and you cashed the money.
Yep. Because gambling wails.
It sure does.
Yep. We're going to do more of it in about an hour and a half. I can't wait.
Zach Edey, 37 points in the loss.
Jeez.
He's a projected second-round pick.
Well, somebody said yesterday, I think on ESPN, that he might be a lottery pick at this point. That somebody is going to say...
I wouldn't take him in the lottery.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I forgot it. I think...
lottery goes down to 15th pick.
Somebody, a former NBA player... said yesterday that just like Merle Hodge said about Drake May, that he's the kind of guy that'll get you fired. Former NBA player said that Zach Edey is the kind of player that'll get you fired if you take him in the lottery.
How many times last night did he get the ball deep and on the blocks and then just look very overwhelmed? His footwork's not that good. I wouldn't take Zach Edey.
I think he's just worn out. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge bitch. He'll be on an NBA team, right, Hawk?
Yeah, Chris knows.
He's going to be on multiple ones. He's going to be the first player ever to be on 7 different teams at one time. Hi.
Freak! Wow.
What really matters, though, is this.
Hey, Bonus?
Yes, sir.
You know who Nicolas Cage is, right?
I have heard of Nicolas Cage, yeah.
One time, it was 2 a.m. Well, every time. A lot of times. Almost every day. But there was this one time, it was 2 a.m. He was living in Orange County, California. He was asleep with his wife in bed. He opened his eyes. There was a naked man wearing his leather jacket, eating a fudgesicle, standing at the front of his bed.
Jeez.
God, I love fudgesicles.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's not a euphemism, right?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. He says, I know it sounds funny, but it was horrifying, which I'm sure that it is. Then the Reuters story says the following. A fudgesicle is a frozen ice cream-like snack.
Thanks. I needed clarification.
Again, just making sure we understand it's not a euphemism.
Yeah, and then making sure I wasn't talking about me, because that's also my nickname as well.
Is it really?
Fudgesicle. Yeah, that's what they call me in the streets.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys don't know about my street life.
Yeah.
So completely naked except for the leather jacket.
Except for the leather coat.
That's
yeah.
pretty
Which was
cool.
Nick's.
That's
That's right. It
So
was
he
his,
did he go into the house nude, or did he get into the house, strip down, and then throw on Cage's leather jacket?
In the Reuters story, it doesn't say that, but it does let you know that a fudgesicle is
Got
a
it.
frozen ice cream-like snack.
So it didn't specify things like the man's clothes was later found in Cage's bathroom, which means he disrobed in the house.
Right.
They went on to say, let's make sure all of our listeners or readers, I guess in this case, understand what a fudgesicle is.
Is Reuters a British publication?
no idea.
No, it's American, isn't it?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Reuters is like the AP. It's like
Yeah, it is. It is British.
Is it really?
Headquarters is in London.
I was not aware of that. Way to go
You're very
there.
spacious.
That's why they have to
War.
explain a fudgesicle.
Okay, there you go. Maybe they don't have. Hey,
good point.
what's your name? My good friend Indy, whom I never hear from anymore.
I think he died.
Do you guys have
bored with
fudgesicles
us.
over there, or what do you call them over there? We call them brown and stickies. What? What is wrong with that?
Which is also Max's street name.
That is, yeah. Different street.
Yeah.
Different street.
A street he doesn't talk about.
Don't tell my other street friends about that one.
Yeah.
I have so many more questions about naked guys. So did Cage start throwing fists?
No, he talked the guy out of the house and then called the cops, and they came and got him.
Yeah, that sounds like something Cage would do.
I was like, hey, what are you doing eating my fudgesicle? With your dong hanging out.
Well, hang on a second, though. Again, I have a lot of questions. How do we know it was Cage's fudgesicle? Why didn't... Maybe the guy brought it into the home.
Where do you carry a fudgesicle, though, if you're naked?
Well, maybe he just stopped at
I'll
the
show you.
7-Eleven right outside of Cage's house. I'm sure he lives close to one.
Did he get the leather jacket back?
It was
A lot of good questions.
Was it sticky?
Or did he just like,
Right.
we gotta
Maybe
get you out of
that's
here.
his thing.
You can keep the leather jacket.
I don't know, man. You can't give up a sweet leather jacket.
No.
Right.
No. You did, though, didn't you? Or were those leather pants?
Leather pants.
Yeah.
That was a complete disaster. She wouldn't give them back to me. I don't know why.
Would you?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Dumb question on my part.
Hey, wasn't the guy from Milli Vanilli naked when he shot Bruce Willis?
You're talking about Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block in Sixth Sense.
Right.
What?
Wasn't he naked?
Wait.
I think he was mostly naked.
The
That's
boss
a
is
good
in
point.
Sixth Sense?
Boss?
Didn't you say... Oh, Bruce Willis. Sorry. I thought you said Bruce Springsteen.
Woo.
Larry David gave him COVID.
Yeah.
That conversation was a journey.
Sixth Sense, Wahlberg.
Oh, that's right. Now that I think of it, he was in his whitey tighties.
He was shirtless. Let me see here. I don't think he was completely naked. No, he does have underwear
Yeah,
on.
he has whitey tighties.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So that's almost, he was not eating a fudgesicle, and he did have a gun. So that's very scary, man. I mean, in all reality, that scared the heck out of you.
Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Although if anybody could handle that, it feels like Cage could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Marky Mark.
Like after the initial start.
Wrong Wahlberg. It's crazy. Look, again, my sister was obsessed with Donnie. That was her guy in the New Kid. She liked Donnie. She liked the bad boy.
Which one was yours?
All of them.
Pass. Man, so 8 to 10 years after they're on the top of the world, right? When the New Kids were a global phenomenon. 1999, Donnie Wahlberg is in The Sixth Sense, and I would guess almost everybody on the planet didn't know it was him.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Because it looks so unlike him, because it looks like a psychopathic, weird kind of... He's making strange, crying faces. I'm looking at the pictures right now, but I remember seeing the movie in the theater and having no idea that was Donnie Wahlberg.
Right.
0% chance it was him.
And he's been really good on the one with Tom Selleck on TV.
Blue Bloods, the show you love.
Dude, I'm sorry. In all seriousness, I say this as joking a lot of times. They do a good job on that show. That's a really good show. If you like network television at all, and I know a lot of you don't, that's a good one.
Well, speaking of network television, did you see SWAT is in its final season?
Yeah, I know. It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're running out of stories, so I get it. Yeah, they did an episode this season based completely on Salma High Express.
Oh, man. It was a tearjerker.
Who is it that
It was a
doesn't think
jerker,
she's
all right.
attractive? Is it Charge?
Yeah, he
I
doesn't like
believe
the hair on her
Charge
arms.
doesn't like her arm
What?
hair.
That's what he
Yeah.
said. That's what he said.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, listen.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, she could have
Right.
Yeah.
cousin it even downstairs.
Right.
It don't matter.
You're kind of into that, though.
I could be. I don't mind. I don't know. I could be. Oh my God! Did you guys know? By the way, Corey, you might have known this. You're kind of a cinemaphile, are you not?
Depends.
Did you know there was a deleted scene when from When Harry Met Sally?
Well, what was it?
You guys might know one of the guys who was in the scene, and they cut it. Remember the scene where the lady performs like pretends to have a
deli scene.
The deli scene. I'll have what she's having.
Yeah.
Did you know Mark Rosen was originally in that scene and they had to cut it?
Of course I knew that.
Yeah, of course you did. You're a cinemaphile.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Everybody knows that. That was one of Rosie's big breaks.
It was a big break, and then
it got cut.
Yeah, he got cut. Yeah. You want to hear it?
Sure. Yeah.
Who's that after this?
The Fan.
Welcome back. We have a brand new national champion.
It is a Yukon coronation. The Huskies make history. Back-to-back national champions. Number one lives up to the billing. They defeat Purdue 75-60. They've done it again.
Way to go. Way to go.
They're a very good team. They just wear down everybody.
Yep.
They play very physical.
Yeah, they do.
Who's their coach? Anybody know the name of?
Dan Hurley.
And
Nope,
he
don't know him.
yells. He's Bobby Hurley's brother.
Oh, really?
Oh, that helps, Chris.
Was he the guy who had the car crash outside the arena?
He's Bob Hurley's son.
The
isn't
Family Feud host.
Bobby Hurley is the one who crapped his pants during a game while he was at Duke,
Oh, yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Bobby Hurley story.
Really?
But Bobby Hurley was the, with Grant Hill and Christian Leitner,
Oh, okay.
early 90s. He was the tiny little point guard who was kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I think like the 7th pick in the draft, Bobby
Yeah,
Hurley, but
I
he was
think
a
you're right.
giant bust in the NBA.
He
Didn't work out.
The other Hurley brother, great bit on SNL. He's one of the favorites for the Kentucky job.
Why would you leave?
It's Kentucky, but UConn is just as good.
UConn is UConn. As long as the money's the same, you just stay.
Yeah, man.
Right? You just
I mean,
stay
he'll
and get a
massive
giant raise,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Or you just make sure that UConn matches that giant raise. More likely.
That's what I'm saying. You stay at UConn and just
Right.
take the raise.
That's right.
Yeah. So, hey, Johnny Bones.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that Mark Rosen was an actor?
No.
Yeah. Your meat sauce.
No, I know, but I'm just...
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. In fact, we've found a treasure trove. It's like a treasure trail, only audio and video, of things that he's been a part of.
Mark Rosen in the movies.
Mark Rosen has been in the movies.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, a little known fact, Rosie was in When Harry Met Sally. In fact, the original title of the movie was When Rosie and Harry Met Sally.
Oh, my God.
It was a love triangle?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And so you know the famous scene where Meg Ryan pretends to have a big O?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, the original scene that was cut, Rosie's sitting at the table with them. And it makes no sense. I know why they cut the scene. The director, Neil Schwarzkopf, cut this from the scene because he realized it didn't make any sense to have a 70-year-old man sitting there just making rude comments as she pretended to have an orgasm. Shall we?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to hear it? Because it doesn't sound like you want to hear
No,
it.
I want to hear it.
Max, do you want to hear
Hell
this?
yeah.
Mark Rosen at the movies.
Why are you getting so upset? This is not about you.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
You are a human affront to all women, and I am a woman.
Jeez.
I think they have an okay time.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know? Because they...
Yes, because they
That's a good feeling.
How do you know that they're really?
What are you saying? That they fake orgasm?
Hell yes.
Why? Most women at one time or another have faked it.
Can I come over and watch?
Well, they haven't faked it with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Right. That's right. I forgot. You're a man.
Oh, yeah.
What was that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
What?
It's just that all men are sure it never happened to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
A lot of guys have done it.
You don't think that I can tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Well, I'm stupid.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Take a stroke if you want.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Bite your tongue.
Oh.
Me so horny.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's filthy.
Ooh. Oh, God.
I want you.
Oh. Oh.
I'm like a dog in heat.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, God.
She's got a good arm.
Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Okay, well, get over here.
So there you go, Mark Rosen. I can understand why they cut the scene, though, because some of the things he said didn't really make sense.
I see why they filmed it like that.
Yeah.
I see why they wrote it like that.
Yeah.
But that's, it takes a good director to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger, he's not going to play with that type of stuff.
And I'll tell you, if you guys could see it, not just hear it, the look on Rosie's face when he says, me so horny, is slightly off-putting.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the other thing we've learned is, when you did this bit last week, we all loved it. No one is going to love this bit more than Sauce.
I love it.
You were gut laughing.
Thank you, Sauce.
At just Rosie going, yeah.
I love
Chris started working in clever jokes the back half of that bit. The first part was just Rosie's sound bites, and you were already like, so this is a absolute layup for Hawk to just get you to gut laugh.
Yeah, I love it.
Home run.
That's why I do it.
Yeah, for sure.
My whole life is about making him laugh.
Exactly. It's going to work.
And
it's going to work.
I love the Rosie Button bar. It's my
the best.
favorite thing.
It is your favorite thing
it's
on
funny
the planet.
because I grew up watching him, and now we just laugh kind of at him and with him. I love it. And I love laughing at my man Hog's daddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that was funny.
Thank you.
So, kiss things.
What?
When he said, I want you.
Yeah, that was great.
My favorite part is when he says that she's got a good arm on her.
Yeah, that was great.
I spent about 3 hours doing that.
I guess that's what I'm arguing is spend 3 minutes. It's going to work on him the exact same way.
Yeah, I will laugh every time.
You could spend 3 seconds and play that one drop, and
that would be enough.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Well, in that vein, would you like to hear it again, Sauce?
Yeah.
Why are you getting so upset? This is not about you.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
You are a human affront to all women, and I am a woman.
Jeez.
I think they have an okay time.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know? Because they...
Yes, because they...
That's a good feeling.
How do you know that they're really?
What are you saying? That they fake orgasm?
Hell yes.
Get out of here.
Why? Most women at one time or another have faked it.
Can I come over and watch?
Well, they haven't faked it with me.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Right. That's right. I forgot. You're a man.
Oh, yeah.
What was that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
What?
It's just that all men are sure it never happened to them, and most women at one time or another have done it, so you do the math.
A lot of guys have done it.
You don't think that I can tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Well, I'm stupid.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Take a stroke if you want.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Bite your tongue.
Oh, my God.
Me so horny.
Oh, God.
Oh, she's filthy.
Ooh. Oh, God.
I want you.
Oh. Oh.
I'm like a dog in heat.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, God.
She's got a good arm.
I'll have what she's having.
Okay, well, get over here.
Good job, Rosie. I think they should have left it in, personally.
That is the iconic scene from that movie. I've never seen that movie outside of that scene.
Really? It's such a good film.
Is it really?
Oh,
It is a
really
good movie.
good.
It is a really good movie.
Really
And,
neat concept.
yeah, and like the where they have the couples talk in between. It's a great
One of
film.
the top
5 rom-coms.
I mean, it may be the best rom-com.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Hawk Loves You Got Mail.
I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's much better than You Got Mail.
Of course.
Zach was real disappointed about what that movie was.
Tommy did the Abe Simpson and just walked out.
The Masters starts in 2 days. We're going to bet on it here in a little bit, about an hour or so. But, Sauce, you're saying rain forecasted for Thursday.
Yeah, it might be a washout, high winds as well, but it'll still
Washout,
be great.
I think, was also John Cryer's character
Great
in the
bit.
Hot Shots movies.
Yeah, great. The Hot Shots movies are A+.
Not right? Wasn't that his name?
Yeah,
Washout?
yeah.
And he had walleye vision.
Yeah, and everybody's cool with Scotty Scheffler as the ghost.
Yeah. You said there's 16 people?
Yeah.
Do you have the list in front of you?
Yeah.
Who are the 16?
Hang on, Daddy-O.
That's a lot of people.
Are you ready?
It's a giant prize pool.
Well, Marnie, Lieber, and Perry.
And they're up for the number one pick.
Number one pick. Gorg, me, you, Creasel, Hawk's daddy, Parrish, Hawk, Bonus,
Wait,
Tommy.
you said Parrish twice then.
Oh, whatever. John Bonus, Tommy, Carly, Muss, Rosie, Chad Daniels, Zacho, and Lieber.
Wow.
It's a lot of people.
So we need 17 names. We need to go 17 deep on this.
Yeah, there are 17 names.
Yeah, it's the Masters.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. There's 17 names. Okay. And if you get in the bottom third, you get a crack at the number one pick.
Oh, that's true. All right.
Yeah.
Bottom 3, right?
Yeah, bottom
bottom
three.
3, yeah.
What really matters, though, is this.
Did you guys know that Elmo, the Muppet, has a dad, and he's a soldier who served in Iraq?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I did not know that either. His name is Louis.
Can I ask a question that's going to sound condescending, but it isn't?
Sure.
Is Elmo a Muppet, or is Elmo on Sesame Street, or are those the same things?
I've always wondered that, too.
He's Sesame Street. He's not a Muppet.
But they're the same thing, aren't
Well,
they? Isn't that the
they're
name?
all by Henson.
Right.
Right.
It's not the name of the thing, though?
He was never in any of the Muppet movies or anything like that.
No, I get what you're saying, but I think a Muppet is what they call a Jim Henson puppet.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I'm right about it. That's what I'd always assumed.
But
I think that's probably right.
Yeah, it does say it says Sesame Street characters are Muppets.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hogs.
Yeah,
So
for
Big Bird is a Muppet.
But there's been no cross-contamination. Like,
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
They keep them
This is going to
segregated.
sound confusing, but I think Chris is right that Big Bird is a Muppet, but he's not one of the Muppets.
Right.
It's like the square and rectangle thing.
Right. Makes sense.
Wait, what? That's over my head, Max.
Well, the
You
Big
know, like
Bird
all
has
squares or whatever, all
Big Bird
rectangles.
has been in a Muppet production, right? Wasn't he in the Muppet movie?
Yeah.
Didn't he make like an appearance, like a cameo
Yeah, maybe.
appearance?
Yeah.
But he's
Follow that
still
bird.
not one of the Muppets.
Yeah, I think they keep them
I think
segregated.
the one where they filmed in Minneapolis, he flew into U.S. Bank Stadium,
Yeah.
broke his neck, and died.
You can't say Kermit. Who's the best Muppet?
He's the only true crossover, right?
Well, that's
He's the only one
private.
that's really on
Come on.
both shows.
Well, he's not really on Sesame Street. I mean, I think he's kind of reversing. He's made some appearances.
I think he did Rainbow Connection on there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was one of the original guys on Sesame
Street, but he's not considered a Sesame Street character.
Sesame Street's still on.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yeah.
Sesame Street is Bert, Ernie, Count,
Steve,
Big Bird, Snuffleupagus. Kermit is
Petey
not
Pablo.
a quote Sesame
He
Street
is
character.
constantly sitting on like his little wall,
I'm not saying he's not on there.
talking to kids and teaching them how to count. And
He's in some of those videos.
Somebody
but
look it up.
Yeah, it does say he has a featured role on Sesame Street.
I don't think if you see like group photos, like cast photos of Sesame Street, Kermit's not involved in that.
Yeah, but they can't do that because the blood feud between Bert and
Right, yeah.
can't be in the same room.
Gang
together anymore.
violence.
Yeah.
Look, I used to go to Sesame Street on Ice. I was a big Street fan.
Yeah,
and
Sesame
I love
Street
the freaking Muppets.
wailed.
Kermit's a Muppet.
it's not easy being green.
Says Kermit was one of the original main Muppet characters on Sesame Street.
I'm not saying he didn't have a presence. I'm just saying I don't think he's identified.
It literally the next sentence says closely identified with the show. I'm not even joking. That's
He
literally what it
identifies
says
as a
on
frog, I believe,
Wikipedia.
is what he identifies
I don't
as.
know, man. I grew up on that show. I don't see him as one of the goats there. I don't see him as part of it.
I didn't even know he was on the show.
That's kind of my point.
Have you ever seen him sing Rainbow Connections Echo?
Wonder if he's like Mr. Hooper, like he's just before your time.
Hooper!
When Sesame Workshop bought full ownership of its characters from Henson, Kermit was excluded from the deal.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. Kermit's
man.
Kermit's the first overall pick.
Bad
But he was there for a long time.
Plus, his breath always smells like ham.
Oh, Jesus. Ham whales. I love ham. Anybody else?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
right there with you.
suggest to you that ham is better than bacon.
Why don't you just go to
great.
Japan?
Ham is great.
That's a terrible take.
Ham's amazing.
What do you take, turkey?
I think in most things I would eat, I would rather
turkey.
have ham than bacon. Plus, it's more versatile. Plus, it's cheaper. Plus, it's easier to make or to just take out of the fridge.
A good ham and cheese sandwich.
I would take, if I had to choose between one or the other, ham or bacon for the rest of my life.
I've never had Spam.
Spam's a distant eighth. I don't know. In the meat rankings.
Never had it.
Yeah, I've never had it either.
Never
I'm
had
missing a ton.
Spam?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Ate a lot of it as a kid. I haven't had it in years.
Spam Museum is fun.
Is it?
Sure.
Can you drink there?
Yeah, probably. Before you, parking lot.
Pre-game tailgating the Spam Museum.
Yeah, you can't just, you got to get there early.
Well, I love Bonus. He tailgates wherever he goes.
Somebody texted us, and I'm not going to say who it is, okay?
Oh,
I'm
sweet
just
Jesus.
going to say it. Someone texted all of us, ham's hideous, I'd rather sleep with a woman.
Yeah, I'm going to guess we all know who texted that. Every single one of us, even the listeners. Probably even that gentleman's wife.
I'm not going to say who it was.
No, you don't have to say who it was.
No, we
and I would
all
encourage
know.
you not to.
The news is next. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.